And feet wet. Good day, dear people. So, Ben Harris, this is your fault. Ben Harris is a friend of mine and hopefully someone I'm going to be working with soon, but basically he sent me a video recently that he'd been working on a project for his degree, I think. And feet wet. He sent me this video to look at and give some feedback on because he knows I'm going to be honest. It's just, I always am, and I sometimes do the same. I send photos to him and he gives an honest review sort of thing. Isn't afraid to be a bit blunt, which is good, which is what you need to improve. So he sent this video. I had a look at it and it was brilliant. I'm now out here to try and up my game. Basically the idea is to compare sunrise and sunset on the same day when the tides are roughly the same level, to see what kind of difference the light makes. However, as you can tell, it's kind of flat. Having said that, I'm quite excited. The reason being that I find every time the light reflects the surroundings of the shot or the mood of the shot, you tend to get a much more powerful image. I've just got to go and get very wet and get low to the ground and hopefully take you with me and we'll see some cool birds. The only thing is, quite a lot of dog walkers considering it's 6:20 in the morning. You'd think they'd do something else. I think they'd have something better to do. Anyway, I'm going to take a quick walk that way because I think there might be some birds even though dogs have just scared everything away. And then I'm going to double back. Let's go. So let me explain the dilemma. Basically the way this beach is set out is it's got a cedar fence in front of it, which is a series of large groups of large rocks. That creates like little beaches inside of each of them. So if I show you, don't know if you'll be able to see, but oh, there we go. So we've got rocks, 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 and within each of them there's like a little curved beach area. The dilemma I'm facing is that this seems to be the best spot, and the spot over there, and the spot over there. But the dog walkers keep walking past and keep chasing them from one to the other. So in theory I wait here, but now the dog walkers seem to have gone. Basically wherever I am, the birds aren't. is the problem at the moment. Which is trying to make a better quality video quite tricky. Well, I can hear some bird calls, having said that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Oh, there you go, we've got one come in. Go on, land, land, land. Ooh. I'm gonna get low. See if he lands. Yes! Yes, I think it's a ring plover. Right, I'm gonna get the camera gear out, get low and get photographing. Wish me luck. Right, I've had a few turnstones land, which are really pretty looking birds, but they're really in amongst the rocks. I'm hoping they're going to come out to my right and have the sea as the background. I'm going to try and slowly crawl forward. As I do crawl forward, I'm going to wait for them to change their behaviour. So as soon as they start changing their behaviour to avoid me, I'm going to stop. At that point, I'm just going to wait, and they should get more comfortable with the fact that I'm not moving and start to come a little closer. So I should get some really nice up close, thin depth of field shots with lots of smooth bokeh. Let's see if we can get something. That was incredible. It came so close my lens wouldn't focus. I'm going to try and move along the beach a little bit to get it come past me with the water in the background. Let's do it. Can you call him that way? luckily the bird's still there. Thank you. I've just had a dog knock over my camera. Jump in front of me, jump all around me, and the guy was pretty much laughing. He said, "Getting some shots?" I said, "Trying to." Some people are just unbelievable, so please, please, if you're out walking your dog and you can see the beach is otherwise completely empty, because I'm completely aware that everyone's entitled to the space, but as you can see, pretty empty beach. So if you're out and you see someone with a big lens pointing in the direction of something, try and call him away, just move him around. Just, it's not hard, just move him around a little bit and everyone's happy, right? You can carry on with your dog walk. He then said, oh, he's wondering who's on his beach. It's not your beach, it's everyone's beach, isn't it? Anyway, I'll stop moaning. I'm going to get walking, see if I can find a spot where all the birds have gone, because I think the tide's getting a bit high, so I imagine they're resting somewhere, maybe on some rocks or on groins. I really don't know yet. I've just got to go and see if I can find them. So we're pretty much back where we started. I think we've got a few shots. I didn't find where the birds were resting. I'm gonna, like I say, get the camera ready, go for a little walk, but I think that's it. I'm otherwise gonna head home, get some other bits done for the day, try and be productive, and then come back here for about 7 o'clock this evening, try and catch some nicer light, hopefully. The forecast says there's gonna be more sun, but I'm really gonna try almost exactly the same spot, because I think it was quite, like, the birds seemed to keep coming back to that spot. I just kept being disturbed by dog walkers, so I'm just gonna have to cross my fingers that I don't get any more. So I guess it's time to head home, for now at least. Right, I've had a little nap, I've had something to eat. I've been very productive, very, very productive. Yeah. Time for round 2 down the beach. Mermaid's purse. Known as a mermaid's purse, either a shark or ray egg. Quite cool. Always worth keeping your eyes open. Right. Back to the exact same spot. I've tilted the camera this way a little bit because of the sun. But as you can see, there is sun. I've got sunglasses on, which means hopefully a lot more interesting looking photos. The reason I come back to the tide when it's like this, what I consider would be just perfect as the tide's coming in, is because birds, in my experience from shooting here, tend to land, start feeding and then follow the tide up. So you can sort of predict the line that they're going to follow. So I'm going to do a little bit of scouting, get way too hot because of my coat, and then hopefully find a spot where the birds are tonight. Haven't seen any so far, but let's get going. As you can see, the tide's coming in pretty quick. But birds seem to be ringed plovers and they seem to be quite relaxed. So I'm going to go into a bit where it's quite dry. Ooh, getting swamped. It's coming in really quick. I'm going to have to move quick and I'm going to have to put the camera down. Wish me luck. So obviously I didn't get those shots of the little ringed plovers. Well, just standard ringed plover actually. They took off almost immediately as I put the camera away. This camera, that is. So I started walking as I said I was planning to, carried on wandering around, and nothing really showed, and I saw a few turnstones, the ones that I photographed this morning, land further up the beach. So I did what I suggested at the start of this evening session, laid down and waited for them to come to me. I used my bag as a tripod because it's still really low and you get that lovely low perspective, but it holds it rock steady. especially a big heavy lens like this. And I just waited. Unfortunately, as the turnstones moved towards me, although it looked beautiful and we got some lovely footage and some really lovely shots, the sun decided to disappear behind the clouds, but it came incredibly close. So this is full frame, for those of you in the know photography wise. This is full frame, 500mm, and it broke my minimum focus distance. So it came within 4.5 meters of me, so it must have been about 4 meters, 3 meters by the end. It was amazing actually to see one so close. I've never seen a turnstone that close. And it just carried about its business, wasn't disturbed, and has made its way back up the beach where it came from now, just foraging along the shoreline, as I said. But the sea is getting quite close now. I don't know if you can tell. So I'm gonna pack up and head back to the original spot that we were at first thing this morning. But some really nice shots, hopefully. It looked like I've got some really nice close detail ones. I haven't really got some up close bird shots with this camera yet. It's still quite new to me, so I'm quite excited. And the footage looked quite good as well, so I hope you enjoyed it. But on to the next spot. Fingers crossed. It's quite quiet today. I don't know where all the birds are. Making old man noises already. It's all this weight that you've got to carry. Isn't that just sod's law, eh? Gorgeous orange light. Oh, I don't think you can see it. Hang on. Whoop! Look at that light. Beautiful. Yep. So we got the light. We've got beautiful empty beaches, no dog walkers, and no birds. No birds. Should be used to this by now. I've been doing it a few years. And things like this always happen. Everything seems to fall into place and you think you've got it perfect and you're going to get this award-winning shot. And then it just doesn't happen. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, they are. They're coming this way. Literally right in front of me. He came back and I couldn't resist giving you a closer look. This really is the end now, I promise. I guess evenings are a bit better. See you next time.